Live from Niles North High School, this is Lane Tech basketball. The postseason may have started last night, but tonight the champions go out of conference to face an opponent we have already seen once this year. After easily defeating Curie yesterday in the first round of the Public League playoffs, Lane Tech is playing their best basketball of the season and got on the bus heading north on the Edens, looking to extend their 4-game winning streak. High atop the bleachers at Niles North, it's match day 28 for Lane Tech. It's not very often that Lane gets to play the same opponent twice in the same season, and now it's going to happen on back-to-back nights. The champions defeated the Vikings 51-39 in the third round of the Montini Christmas tournament. Remember, though, that game was at 8 o'clock in the morning, so both teams may have played the first half while still asleep. So we'll have to watch out for a more alert Niles North team. The goal for Lane Tech is the same as last night. Build a lead that will allow Coach Malloy to put in the reserves and rest the starters for the second round of the Public League tournament, which is tomorrow night. The Simeon Wolverines will be the opponent, a team that Lane defeated on January 7th by a score of 53-35. Tony McHale reporting with Chuck Yulee, providing analysis of the action on the hardwood. We are coming to you on the Lane Tech Athletics YouTube channel with today's action between your Lane Tech champions and the Niles North Vikings. Chuck, how was that trip up to Edens?
It was brief since I live right on the border of the city.
There you go. Nice. It took me like 55 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
So momentum is a real thing, and the champions have a ton of it right now. What do you expect from the team tonight?
I expect them to come out gangbusters like they have as they're riding this 4-game winning streak.
So the one challenge we had Saturday was they started off a little slow on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So can't do that tonight. What do you anticipate? The full court press that we've been seeing, the half court trap that we used earlier in the season. What defense are we going to come out in tonight?
Well, I'm hoping to see the full court press because they're going to need that as they try to push deeper into the tournament, the city tournament, to razzle their opponents.
Well,
to razz them.
And we'll talk about that. I have all the results from last night. You saw some of the scores?
I got the ones you sent me.
Yeah. So for those of you who aren't obsessive like me, Whitney Young beat Schurz 135-10, and Whitney Young beat Kelly 135-10. Kenwood beat Schurz 115-9. So we are going to stop right now as they play the national anthem, and we will be right back with you. So as we said, Chuck, we saw these two teams bright and early. I think it was a Thursday morning.
Yeah, because we won that third game.
And so we'll have to watch. Niles North got a little foul trouble in that game.
Uh-huh.
So we'll have to see if they can stay out of foul trouble tonight.
I forgot how tall this team is.
Looks like we're going to have a little Title IX celebration, the 50th year. Yesterday. I think it was – no, today is actually Girls and Women in Sports Day. February 1st is the official. So Lane Tech celebrated back in January with a 9-game, 18-team one-day shootout to celebrate both Girls and Women in Sports Day, and also the 50th anniversary of Title IX. So both teams right now going out to center court for a photo to celebrate today, February 1st, celebrated nationally as Girls and Women in Sports Day. Lots of Twitter posts out there from all the different athletic programs around the country, both high school and college. Your impact is clear. You fought to establish and maintain a culture of excellence in women's athletics. Yeah, so Chuck did a couple things when I was looking. I didn't save my notes. I should have, but Niles North hit 7 3-pointers in the first game.
Wow!
So that's something that we're going to have to defend. And
I should have it here.
And I missed what we're applauding. I apologize.
The Title IX.
And number 41, Brianna Bolt. If you remember, she had 10 points early, got in some foul trouble, and then the Lane Tech big people were able to start to take over. Delilah Downs had 8, Cynthia Waller had 10, and Melanie Blanco had 11. If you remember, Melanie Blanco won her second straight burrito of the day.
Oh, right, at the tournament, yes.
So today's starters for Lane Tech: Sophia Lamparis, Marissa Yulee, Logan Kane, Melanie Blanco, and Delilah Downs are going to start. That's the same starting lineup we've had for these past couple games. So here comes.
I found my notes from.
Oh, there you go. See, you're way better than I am.
Well,
Niles North. Niles North is going to be number 3, Amara Retrej. Maybe we'll learn how to say their name when the. Retriege. We're going to go with Retriege because that's what the PA guy said. Nusiah. So they went with her abbreviation for number 10. Sierra Stevens. Abby Lee, one of the 2 Lee sisters. And then Brianna Bolt, number 41, who is a force inside, if I remember.
Yes.
So it's going to be incumbent on Delilah Downs to get good position, not get into early foul trouble, and then as we go through the rotation, make sure that Cynthia Waller and Zora McDermott also play a strong game and rebound. That was the struggle we had on Saturday, is rebounding. So,
yes.
As you said, this is a tall team. Quadri, number 10, a senior, is 6 foot tall, and Brianna Bolt also 5'11", 6 foot. So Quadri is going to do the yeah,
I think it's going to be a different, like you said, 8 a.m. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, so we'll see. So we are off. Lane Tech at Niles North. The champions versus the Vikings. The Vikings control the opening tip. Lee at the top, over to Stevens. Stevens had a good game, 8 points in that first game. Lane Tech playing man-to-man defense right now.
Nice D.
Retrej, they got 3 seconds. Little pass underneath the basket to Retrej. So Lane Tech with the ball for the first time. Melanie Blanco is going to bring it across the timeline. Looks like a little 1-2-2 from Niles North. Lamparis on the right side. Blanco to Logan. Logan Kane's been hot. A little short on that one.
Lane got back really nicely on the defense very quickly.
Yeah, so we'll have to watch. Lane has been awfully hot from three-point land these last couple games.
Yeah, they had 10 against Morgan Park.
That's Bolt, and we're going to get the foul. That's Downs just got out of position just a little bit on that. So Bolt's going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. First foul on Delilah Downs. So that's the foul trouble we'll have to watch tonight, Chuck.
Yeah, carried my rule.
Just inside, yeah. Bolt makes the first one.
Many games we've had a foul within a minute.
Don't want to break your trend. Bolt up with the second is good. Little pressure from Niles North. Lane Tech breaks it easily. Logan Kane into the forecourt over to Yulee. Yulee down on the baseline. She gets trapped. Back out to Kane. Kane to Blanco. Lamperis with the left-handed three. In and out. Retrej brings the ball up. Slows it down. Gets it to Lee. Lee calls out a play. Lamperis on her. Bolt with the ball 35 feet from the basket. Not sure that's what you want. Retrej takes a dribble, hits the three. Nope, a little bit long off the back iron. Lamperis pulls it down. She gets the ball to the corner to Kane. Back up to the top. Over to Blanco. Logan Kane with a two-pointer long. So Lane slow start scoring tonight. 2 minutes gone.
And nothing.
2-0 Niles North. Nice pass. Quadri gets underneath. Beautiful pass by Stevens.
I thought that was going to be a foul.
Whoa. That was a foul.
Nice balance there.
Downs for three. No, off the back iron.
Oh.
That is going to stay here. Lane Tech basketball.
Niles North knocked it out at the last second.
Yeah, I mean, that Melanie got pushed like nobody's business, but so Lane Tech underneath. 2-3 zone from ball into Downs. Downs wasn't ready to shoot. Logan Kane for three. Long on that. Downs with the rebound. Up with the right hand.
Yes.
That's good. Delilah's been in double figures the last couple games. Blanco knocks, or Paris knocks it away. Yulee picked it up.
That's on Bolt, her first.
And that's what they have to watch is Bolt getting in foul trouble. We saw that. She's their primary offensive option. Quadri, though, 6 foot tall, more of a defensive player. Yeah, so Yulee shooting two. Little short.
This would be like Monet Scott on Morgan Park Saturday when she got into foul trouble.
Yeah.
That whole team changed.
Yulee makes the second. Stevens, little strong. No problem with the press from Niles North there. Downs across the timeline. Yulee to Blanco. Kane still looking. They're going to get Kane for a travel. Into the game's coming number 34, Michaela Wallenberg. Lane Tech still going with their full court press. Into Wallenberg. So 2 times Lane's tried, 2 times Niles has found the open man. Stevens gets into the lane, drives, gets it up, just misses, tries to get her own rebound. That's going to go off a Bolt.
Alrighty. So Niles North with only 2 free throws.
Yep.
They do not have a field goal yet. Almost halfway through
Not
the
that they haven't had some layup chances, but Kane, good for 3. Yeah, if Logan Kane can get hotter, they can get hot from 3. Niles North, no trouble with this press. Wallenberg with the fake. Long rebound on that 3-point shot by Retrej. Lane Tech pushes the ball up the court. Blanco at the free throw line. No. Downs tried to slap it away. Oh, excuse me. Over to Stevens. Then they get the ball into Bolt. Downs got to be careful.
Oh. That's her second. Downs and Bolt were really going at it before that.
That's what you can't do. If you're there, you got to stay straight up. She brought her arms down.
Yeah. And
so
Rector and
Bolt,
Smith are coming in.
Bolt goes to the line to get the old-fashioned three-pointer. Into the game comes Rector and Jenna Smith. They're going to leave Delilah Downs out there. But that's what you didn't want. she's been a great offensive presence these last 4 games. So Bolt has all 4 of Niles North's points, all 5. So Rector, Blanco, Yulee, Smith, and Downs in the game right now for Lane Tech. Lane Tech beats the press. Smith in the corner. Back to Blanco. Still a zone from Niles North. Yulee for 3. That's going to be short. Looked like it got tipped or came off her hand oddly. Retresh brings it up. Over to Stevens. Stevens for 3. Good. Ooh. Niles North takes a 3-point lead.
Waller and McDermott are coming in for Downs and Blanco.
Lane Tech's going to take a timeout, 30-second timeout.
Well, definitely different. This is a different game than the one back in December.
Well, and you got, I mean, I don't remember exactly when Bolton got foul trouble because she had 10 points for the game. But you can see the presence she is, and they try and get it into her.
She only had 2 fouls in that last game.
I thought she didn't get into.
Well, I could have missed.
No, yeah, because she fouled out.
Okay,
according to the book, that's where I got that information.
But
so
the score back in December was 8-5 after the first quarter.
Yeah.
Lane was winning. So very. Well, hopefully more points will be scored here by Lane.
So now Bolt's out of the game for Niles North. So Lane struggled a little bit with zones this year, and that's what they're seeing from Niles North. Yulee to Smith, back to Yulee. So both Lee sisters are in the game right now. The entry pass is knocked away. Yulee going to bring the ball in. Waller.
Nice.
Waller off the glass. Great pass by Yulee. Oh, they're going to get Waller for a foul on the press. Just a little bit late trying to go for that steal. But I think this is when Lane, if they can get their defense going, offensively, this is when they have to make some hay with Bolt not in the game. So Lee Abbey. Sister Ava. That's Abby Lee. Wallenberg, got to stay on your feet.
Nice.
McDermott pulls it down.
Rector reached in and disrupted her drive.
Rector pushes it up the floor. She's a whiz. Great pursuit by McDermott right there to save 2 points. Rector into the forecourt, over to Waller. Waller's got Wallenberg on her.
She lost it.
Got to be careful with the basketball.
Oh, nice hustle by Yulee.
Smith over to Rector. Rector for 3. No good. Yulee with the rebound. Wallenberg came up from underneath her. Going to be Lane Tech basketball. Bolt's coming back into the game.
So they give her a little rest, obviously.
So now you would assume that little pass to Waller.
Bolt just,
you know what?
Shouldered 2 of our players out of the way.
There you go. Rector from the corner, no.
Oh, nice.
Smith, one-handed rebound. Great play by Bolt. Oh, they're going to get a foul on Niles North. I thought they were going to call a jump ball. 22, Ava Lee. But good job by Bolt. She was going to go in there and was not in a position to get the ball, was only going to get a foul, and she pulled her hands back. Deep to Waller. Waller to Yulee, 3.
Oh, just off.
Waller gets the rebound, though. Rector. McDermott to Smith. Smith. Good. 2 points for Smith.
Smith had, I think, 8 or 9 points last game.
Great ball movement. Oh.
And they throw it away.
Great ball movement there from Lane Tech on that last possession. Lane Tech with a 2-point lead. Back in the game comes Logan Kane for Marissa Yulee. So not the 3-point shooting so far, Chuck, that we've seen in the last 3 games.
They've had the chances, but they've passed them up.
Just got to be careful with the ball. Too many turnovers. And they've had some 3-pointers, just only none of them have gone in yet.
Each team has had 1 3.
Rector on Lee. Kane on Retrage. Jenna Smith with another rebound.
How is that?
Jenna Smith with another rebound. Saves the ball.
Baseball pass.
Easy. Always in a hurry.
Yeah.
We're always in a hurry. Slow down. Zora just wound up. We don't have a gun here, but that had to be 90 miles an hour. She ripped that. Abby Lee. Wallenberg gets it back to Lee in the corner. McDermott knocks it away. McDermott playing good defense. Much shorter Wallenberg. Screen by Lee. Down to Bolt. Just got to hold on. Got to hold on to those rebounds. Great D there by Jenna Smith and Zora McDermott. Double team Bolt. Didn't let her get to the rim, but we just couldn't squeeze that rebound. 1:08 left. Out to Retrieve. She shoots a three. Waller with the rebound. She's going to push it up court. Waller all the way to the rim. Swings it over to Kane. Kane for two. Short. McDermott up.
No, yes. Zora McDermott's on the board.
Yeah, this Lane Tech team is just long right now. Jenna Smith.
Travel.
There you go. I mean, with Jenna, Waller, and Zora, and even Mimi out there. Mimi's a tall point guard, especially against this Niles North team.
Yeah, they have a lot of range.
So Lane Tech leads by 4. 42 seconds left in the quarter. Cynthia Waller,
long two. She's got 4.
We're stepping on the line. That's 3 straight shots. We stepped on the line. Turnover by Niles North. Jenna Smith from the free throw line. No.
Oh,
Waller gets
Cynthia,
up, gets the rebound. Over to Logan Kane. No. McDermott fights for the rebound. Gets it to Stevens. 17 seconds. Stevens into the front court. Down to Wallenberg. Wallenberg into Bolt. Bolt double teamed, triple teamed. Bolt gets around. No.
Oh, and just
got to hold on to the rebounds.
That was a good
series. 6 seconds left.
But yeah, gotta.
Oh, they're gonna give that to Lane Tech. Lane Tech earns it. Bolt out, Quadri in for the last 6 seconds. Make sure she doesn't get a foul. Rector pushes, gets it over to Kane. Kane to Jenna Smith. Blocked.
So 14 points for Lane to Niles North's 8 after 1.
Yeah, so it was 8-6, right? So that was an 8-point run for Lane Tech there?
Correct, yeah.
So good. This is what you needed, Chuck. You talked about it. Lane Tech needed a fast start. Come out here. And now you need – now you feel like – and you watch the way Lane Tech plays. If they can get this first quarter behind them, then they play better as the game progresses. I mean, it's just – I think if we went back and looked at all the first quarter scores, they just get off to a slow start. And this is one of the better starts they've had this season.
Yeah, they usually do. They heat up, like you said.
So Niles North basketball coming in. Lane Tech leads 14-8. Lamparis, Blanco, Waller, Kane, and McDermott on the floor. Quadri, Retrage, Wallenberg, Stevens, and Avali on the floor for Niles North. Delilah Downs with 2 fouls, the only player with foul trouble. Wallenberg into the corner. Stevens gets to the baseline, back out to – I'm sorry, that's not Retrage, that's Jackson.
Nice hustle by Zora McDermott.
So Leah Jackson, the freshman in the game. I think she played in the JV game too, Chuck.
Oh, did she? Okay. So she's getting her minutes.
So, yeah, so Amara Retrage out of the game. Blanco gets it into McDermott. McDermott picks it up. Kane for 3. No good, off the back iron. Waller tries to go over the top again. Logan Kane not hot yet tonight. Stevens into the lane. Over to Quadri. That's going to stay here with Niles North.
Good deflection there by Blanco.
So this Stevens is the offense out here on the floor right now for Niles. So they have to Lane Tech has to recognize that that they're going to be looking for her with Bolt out and Retrage out. They get it to Jackson, top of the key. Kane on her. Wallenberg back to Jackson. Little rocker step.
Blocked
Waller.
by Waller.
We'll give if Waller didn't get it, McDermott was. So
somebody got it.
Just knocked out of bounds. Jackson, top of the key. Stevens. You can see him struggling a little bit. Quadri inside. Nice move. Just a little strong. Kane pulls down the rebound. Kane swings to the other side. Lamperis ball fake. Gets it up. Little strong. Over to McDermott. McDermott up.
Nice.
Good. You want to call that a pass and an assist? Or
I think so.
Lane Tech trapping. Jackson gets the ball over the timeline. There's Wallenberg.
Blocked by
Waller, great help. Thrown right away to Kane. Kane pushes.
That was like a combo block pass. All in one.
Cynthia Waller feeling it from outside. McDermott underneath.
Nobody
and
boxed
one.
her out.
Great job. 2 straight offensive rebounds by Zora McDermott. Should get a chance to make this a 3-point play.
That was on Stevens.
Zora with 6 already in this game. So here comes the offense back for Niles North. Bolt and Retrage. If somebody knows how to say it in here and is listening, please let me know. I hate mispronouncing names. McDermott, a little short. Blanco fights for the rebound.
She gets it.
She gets it. She gets in the lane trap. Lamperis looks at a 3. Gets in the lane short. I think she got hit on the arm there.
Yeah, I think there were a few
Lee
fouls
pushes it
in
up.
there.
Stevens gets it inside. Nice shot. She's just a very smooth player. Very long, very athletic. 3 players for Niles North in the backcourt now. Lane has an advantage. Waller on Bolt.
Bolt flops, and the refs don't fall for it.
Great recognition by Lane Tech, though. Niles North pressed. Lane didn't get back on the press that time. But on the previous possession, 3 players tried to trap in the front court.
Yes.
Lane went over the top, recognized Cynthia Waller was all by herself. Great job not fouling and the refs not calling Bolt's foul. But then they got beat down the floor on this. So Michaela Wallenberg shooting 2. First one's a little strong. 20-10, Lane Tech leads. 5:41 left in this second quarter. Need to box out. Waller, especially with Bolt behind her. Oh, not sure what happened there. Bolt just got right inside. If that had not gone in, Bolt would have pulled down that rebound. McDermott into the front court. Blanco just inside the free throw line. I think that might be her favorite spot, Chuck. She loves that shot.
And that's her first bucket of the night.
Cynthia Waller jumped over the end line when they were trying to inbounds it, so it was a warning. Next one would be a technical foul, but yeah, just a warning. Back into the game, Downs and Yulee outgo Kane and Lamperis. Yeah, you just can't reach over that line. Bolt gets it into Wallenberg.
To Retrage.
Straight up man-to-man from Lane. Blanco tips it. Lee back to Retrage. Stevens. That's an interesting matchup. McDermott on Stevens, long on long. 3-pointer from Lee. Long rebound brought down by Bolt. McDermott ties her up. Nobody wants to let go of that ball.
Nice hustle by Zora. She was like just being carried.
It's going to stay. Yeah, it's going to stay here. Retrage with Yulee. Tries to get to the middle. Swings it to Wallenberg. Wallenberg ball fake. No. Back to Retrage. Over to Stevens. Stevens down into Bolt with Waller on her. Triple teamed. Jump ball. Great defense by Lane Tech right there.
They just
not
stood their
trying
ground.
to jump. Arms straight up. They didn't bring their arms down. And they converged on Bolt. Because that's really the offensive threat. Oops.
Boy, we've had so many passes tipped this game.
You can't go over the top. You gotta if you're going to do that, you need a little ball fake. Wallenberg travels. Stevens.
Oh. And out of bounds.
You heard the entire Lane bench go, woo! Yeah, that entry pass can't – you got to either bounce pass it or you got to give it a little ball fake. Downs all by herself, back to Yulee. Yulee in the corner. Stevens on her. Blanco over to Waller. Waller to Downs. Downs back to Waller. That's a long cross-court pass to try and make. I know they want to skip it, but Waller's posting up the smaller Abby Lee at the foul line, begging for the basketball. There, she got it.
Nice.
Oh, slapped away. McDermott steals it back. Downs picks it up. Yulee thought about it. Waller to McDermott. McDermott with Wallenberg on her. Up. No good that time. Bolt with the rebound. There's a timeout on the court.
By Niles North.
Niles North. Action fast and furious here, Chuck. I hadn't done that in a while.
No, you haven't. No, it's if in case you're wondering, halftime of the last game, Lane was up 26-17.
There you go. So
a 8-point.
They're a little ahead of that pace right now. 3:48 left.
They had a 9-point lead.
Yeah, 3:48 left.
But
so Bolt with 5 and Stevens with 5. The offense for Niles North. And they just struggle right now. Lane Tech doing a great job when that ball goes into the post. 2 or 3 people converging and not trying to jump, not trying to just recognizing that Bolt's probably not a great leaper.
She was just surrounded by
right,
3 lane
and
players.
you got the long arms of Waller, McDermott, and Jenna Smith, making sure that shot doesn't get off. So,
and they're it's working. So continue.
Deep into the corner. Over to Stevens. Stevens with Rector on her. Wallenberg for 3 off the back of the iron. She's going to stay here. So Rector back in the game. Rector, Smith, Downs, Blanco, and Yulee. Bolt, Stevens, Ritrage, Lee, and Wallenberg.
Oh, that was a smooth move there by Bolt.
Well, there was no double team on that. It was a good entry pass, and Bolt was able to. You can't do that. Lane Tech gets the loose ball, but you can't try and.
We got a break there. Yulee for the
eyes
long
it up
3.
Over the backboard. Probably had too long there to think about that one. Yeah, if you're going to let Bolt get the ball in the post, you're going to have somebody come down and double team her.
Yeah.
I just don't think we can defend her one-on-one if she's that deep in the post. Abby Lee with the ball into the front court. Yeah, they're just looking. There you go. So there you go. That was Yulee stole it. Samantha Garcia.
Dangerous pass.
Lane Tech with 3 straight turnovers.
It's kind of plaguing us this game. We've had many
just
turnovers.
Trying to force the ball. Bolt, nice catch inside.
Ooh, that was.
I mean, you know who you have to guard. I'm not. Rector over to Garcia. Garcia up and good.
Nice use of the
great ball movement. Great job by Delilah Downs. Not to panic. Get that ball out of the corner. Yeah, so Bolt now with 9. But you saw on that last play, they triple teamed her.
Mm-hmm.
Downs came from across the weak side. Yulee came off her player on the short side
and stole it away. Garcia fakes.
Oh, double dribble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, double dribble.
we got a break there. They're calling it off Niles North.
So Brianna Bolt is a really good player, but she's a one-move kind of player. So if you can stop that move, if you can stop her momentum to the basket, Yulee inside, back out to Rector. Rector 3.
She's due.
Good.
Mimi Rector, first basket of the game.
Just our second 3, right, Chuck?
Yes, sir.
If you can, Bolt's out of the game right now. Quadri back in. So Stevens is the offensive threat right now. Ritrage for 3. No good. Lee with the rebound. Quadri with the rebound.
Ooh, foul
Downs
on
with
Delilah.
her third foul.
And McDermott will come back in to replace her. Lane up 12.
Nusea Quadri going to shoot 2. First one a little long. 1:37 left in the half. Second one a little long. Garcia with the rebound. Garcia gets to the free throw line. Back out to Rector. Rector tries to get to the rim.
Oh,
nice pass. Jenna Smith. Great pass by Mimi Rector.
That's what Lane's been doing a lot of lately.
Great recognition when the defense collapsed. Rector
steals
it, kept it in bounds. She gets knocked away that time.
Push. Oh, travel.
I would say it was better because she was going to travel the first time if it hadn't gotten knocked around.
But they've really been just finding
the open, great passing inside.
And bounce passes, the always effective bounce pass.
So the Lee sisters in right now. Stevens, Quadri, and Ritraj. Stevens for 3. Good.
She's got 8.
56 seconds left. Into Jenna. Into McDermott. McDermott with a smaller, little strong. They're going to get Yulee over the back. Only the 15th foul. Yeah, right now without Bolt in the game, you gotta look for McDermott or Smith inside.
And take advantage of it while
the Vikings might play for 1 here. Stevens with the ball. Smith on her. Retrej comes up to the top. Quadri at the free throw line. Just not the same presence that Bolt is.
No.
Abby Lee with the ball. They're going to play for 1. 26 seconds left. Gets it over to Quadri, too far away from the basket. Ava Lee back to Stevens. Rector on the ball right now. Jenna Smith on Stevens. Got to look for a drive right here. They're trying to clear out for Stevens. Gets it over to Quadri. Quadri, little strong. Garcia with the rebound. 7 seconds. Mimi Rector with 5.
Ahead to McDermott.
Over to McDermott.
Nice.
And 1. Jenna Smith, no. Oops, sorry if you missed that. McDermott just a little strong. Jenna Smith didn't have enough time to get it back up on the rim. So at the half, Lane Tech leads 29-18.
Outscoring Niles North 15-10 in the second quarter.
So we're going to there's 10 minutes on this clock, and it's running. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk to you about the Chicago Public League playoffs. All righty, we are back. There is 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in this halftime period. Lane Tech leads 29-18. Pretty even scoring for the champions. Brianna Bolt, the leading scorer for Niles North with 10. Stevens with 5. So last night was the round of 32, Chuck, of the girls Chicago Public League playoffs. And there were only 2 seeding upsets. One was the 16-17 game. Jones beat Kelly, which I don't really count that as an upset.
Yeah, it's middle ground.
The other game, and this was just a seeding upset. I don't think it was a game upset, but Orr beat Lindblom 45-31. So Orr is in the White South Central. They won that. They were 9-0 in conference. So what's interesting is we all thought we should be the number 3 seed in this tournament.
Yes.
Based on normal tiebreakers and things like that. So we're going to play Simeon tomorrow, a team we've already played, as we talked about at the top of the show. Taft has to play Orr tomorrow. So Orr only has 4 losses. They lost 3 times in their Christmas tournament, in a Christmas tournament. I'm not sure which one they went to. And then they lost to Phillips, who's in the Red South Central, and finished 3rd in the Red South Central. So, they're all going to be tough games now that we're in the round of 16. And they're all red teams except for Orr. But Taft might have gotten not necessarily, maybe, we'll have to see,
luck?
but they might have gotten a tough draw. I mean, so be careful what you wish for sometimes.
So after red is the top, right?
Red's the top, then white.
And then
green, then blue. There's 90 teams. I counted them today.
90 teams.
90 teams in CPS in those 4 conferences.
So do you understand it all? Why Taft?
No, I don't. I have no idea. There's the only way I can understand it is if they flip the coin.
Because they had the same record in conference.
So there was 4 teams with 5-3 records. And in my mind, there was 2 of those 4 teams. 2 teams were 2-1 again, head to head against the other 4. Right. So if you took those 4 and went head to head,
I see.
Taft was 2-1 and we were 2-1. So then you go head to head and we beat
win.
Taft.
Yes.
So so I don't know.
Would they have taken overall record?
I doubt it. Stevens with the long jumper, Melanie Blanco with the rebound. I mean, you can't. Yuli gets it up but gets fouled,
strong.
And Stevens hurt her ankle. Stevens grabbing her ankle. Hopefully she's okay. Yuli's going to go to the free throw line. Again, in my world, you can't figure out conference record by throwing in overall record.
Yeah, it's not fair.
I mean, you didn't schedule your season knowing that if there was a tiebreaker, you were gonna. I mean, Coach Malloy went out and we played one of the hardest schedules.
As we've said, yeah, one of the. Yuli makes them both. She's 3 for 4 on her free throws.
Yeah, but so all the other seeds held. So Stevens going just a little too fast right there. Lamperes picks it up. Looks like Coach Malloy challenged.
Throws it away.
Looks like Coach Malloy challenged the champions to go out and win this quarter.
That's good.
I think she wants to get everybody a little bit of rest going into the Simeon game tomorrow. Bolt gets it into Stevens.
And Lane Tech varsity tips off at 5, I hear.
Okay. Well, it's good. The good news is that both the sophomores and the varsity play Simeon. Nice pass into Bolt. Good job by Downs right there to block that. But Stevens made a nice pass in. Retriege for 3. Oh, so while you were away, our executive producer, also known as my sister,
she
suggested that we go with Retriege because she thinks that's what the announcer said. Logan Kane, no. Yuli should stay here.
And it does.
So we're going to go with Retriege for the rest of the game. Thanks, Gene.
Look at the advertising on their water
nice.
bottles. Niles North, they have a car dealer on the label.
Downs back to Kane. Kane for 3, short. Stevens comes out with the rebound. Slows it down. Lane Tech with a 10-point lead. Over to Retriege again. Back to Lee. Lee with the three-pointer. Good. So 2 3-pointers for
Abby Lee.
for Niles North to start this third quarter.
She has an unusual release.
Delilah Downs.
It works.
Bolt comes down with the rebound. Yeah, she kind of throws the ball at the rim.
Yeah, doesn't she? But, hey, it went in. So who am I to say?
The trees with Kane on her. Over to Lee. So you got to be careful. That 9-point lead is now 7. Was it 9 or 11?
At halftime?
It was 11 at halftime, right?
Yes. It was 29-18 at half. Lamperis cross half court into Yulee, knocked away by Lee, Abby Lee. We've had like 4 or 5 teams this year with sisters. Is that unusual?
I mean, I think it's a high percentage. Blanco down to Kane. Kane for 3, short again. Down. They're going to get Quadri over the back of Downs. Downs had great position.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Logan just can't find the range tonight. She's been super hot the last couple games. So Quadri stays in the game. Bolt comes out. Wallenberg comes back in. So the offense falls on Stevens. Stevens has 8. Into Downs. Downs over to Lamperis. Lamperis for 3, short.
Oh, my gosh. This is not the night for 3-pointers. Oh, and Delilah
Silly foul.
Quick, her fourth.
Zora McDermott quick off the bench. You can't foul somebody 75 feet from the basket. That's just.
Yeah. Well, Lane better. I got to buckle down here on defense.
Lee with the ball. Lee looking for Stevens. Got to help that. Good help. Gets it into Wallenberg. Great help defense there. Yulee picks up the loose ball. Blanco gets it to Lamperis. Whoops, sorry. Lamperis inside, off, little strong. McDermott. Whoop.
Oh.
Take your time.
Oh.
She was on the line. Great try. In comes Rector and Jenna Smith. Out comes Lamperis. Wait. Out come, and Kane.
Lane up 7, 4:55 left in the third.
Wallenberg in the corner. Ooh, Lee gets her own rebound on that tip by Quadri with 3.
Ooh.
Good.
That's her first points of the night. Cuts it to 4.
So we talked about it. They made.
Oh, right through the hands of McDermott.
Coach Malloy's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, they're a little out of sync, or a lot out of sync right now.
We talked about it. They made Niles North made 7 free throws in the first game, or 7 3-pointers in the first game. So they made 3 quick ones here in the third quarter. So tomorrow's matchups, Chuck, we got Young against Jones.
Oh boy!
That'll just be a question if Young puts up 100 again. So then 8-9 is Morgan Park Peyton, which could be good, which could be decided on how hot Peyton is from the 3-point line.
Yep.
Then we play Simeon, who we mentioned we already played once, played really well that day. So we'll have to see if that translates to tomorrow. The winner of our game plays Hyde Park Amundsen. I think Hyde Park has to be favored in that game.
They're a 4 seed.
On the other side of the bracket is Kenwood and Lincoln Park. Kenwood should win easily. And then this should be a really good game. Northside and Perspective Leadership. So that's the 7-10 game.
I know nothing about Perspective.
They finished 6th. No, they finished 5th in the Red South. Quick turnover by Niles North. Blanco gets it to Rector. Loose ball. Lane Tech turns it over again. Just going too fast. They got to slow down.
Yeah, no,
it's the problem we've had all season. We don't like to play with the lead.
Yeah, and Niles North has ratcheted up their defense
right,
a little bit.
But that means we have to slow down even more. right? You do the opposite of what they're doing. If they want to play slow, you play fast. If they want to play fast, you play slow. Stevens with Smith on her. Yeah,
that was just too obvious.
Jenna just can't. You can't reach like that without moving your feet.
Her first, our second foul of the half. Smith in for Waller in for Yulee.
So now I think you're going to look with Bolt not in the game. You got to look inside. Abby Lee with the ball.
Nice tip away there by Jenna Smith. Ahead to Rector. Soft. Oh.
Zora McDermott. There you go. Great rebound by Zora. I mean, I think don't foul, Jenna. Move your feet.
That's 8 for Zora.
And 6 of them have come on offensive rebounds. Good recovery by the Lane defense. 3:26 remaining in this third quarter. Lane up by 6. 3 3-pointers by Niles North. The way they cut that halftime deficit. Well, we had Quadri, Abby Lee, and Retriege, right, for the threes.
Yes.
Melanie Blanca with the steal. She got Jenna Smith running with her. And one.
Oh.
Great drive by Melanie Blanca. Great steal. A lot of dribbling on the other end.
That's Stevens' third foul.
They only have her with 1 somehow on the board. I agree with you. She has. I can remember at least 2, but.
Yeah.
Bolt to come back in the game.
Pretty fastidious with my bookkeeping. Blanco, 3 points for her on the night.
So Bolt back in and Ava Lee. Stevens, Abby Lee, and Retriege make up the Niles North. McDermott, Waller, Blanco, Rector, Smith for Lane Tech.
Melanie makes them both.
Lead back up to 8. Lane with the press. Little confusion on the press. You see, yeah. Oh. Melanie tried to cut off the sideline, but didn't get there fast enough for Stevens' speed.
How do they have 0 fouls on Stevens?
I don't know. I mean, it's the scoreboard versus the book.
Yeah.
The scoreboard's just for our entertainment. Waller, great job.
Oh, nice.
Waller, great job anticipating that pass into Bolt. Great anticipation by Waller. Rector to Blanco. Yeah, you can see Niles North extending their defense a little bit. Going to man-to-man, not the zone they played in the first half. Lane just has to – Jenna Smith gets to the rim. Great block by Stevens. Bolt gets it down. 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. Lane up by 8. Abby Lee. Zora McDermott on her. Jenna on Stevens. Jenna Smith. Retriege with Rector. They're looking for Bolt inside. Not sure she wants to handle the ball at the foul line.
She's way out there.
Grab the ball.
Oh.
They're going to get Zora McDermott for a foul. Got to box out better. We let Ava Lee shoot that and then get in and get her own rebound.
Well, Cynthia did the part of boxing out Bolt, but nobody came in and got that rebound. Retriege, you said? Retriege, is that how we're pronouncing it?
Retriege, according to our executive producer in Maryland.
She bounces it off Mimi Rector's foot.
Oh, that's a foul. That should have been a foul on Lee.
She just pushed Zora. Bolt doesn't get the roll. Nice defense by Cynthia Waller.
Waller just long. Just another jump ball. It's going to go to Niles North.
Been a lot of possessions.
A lot of jump balls. .140 left in this quarter. Scoring has slowed down a little bit. Pace is hectic. But the ball not going in. Retriege. Rector on her.
It's been a 6-9
Stevens. Yulee
quarter.
looking to check in. Good help by Waller. Avely calling for the ball on the other side. Nowhere really for Niles North to go. I think nice pass. I don't know if that's a foul. But a beautiful pass by Stevens. She was dribbling to her right and then just whipped it into Bolt. They got Waller, her second.
That's Lane's fifth of the half.
So Niles North will have some free throw opportunities. Ooh. Niles North will have some free throw opportunities in the fourth quarter.
Yulee for Blanco.
1:10 left.
So Bolt missed the first. She's got.
It was halfway down, though.
She has 9 points. 10 points.
McDermott, the left-handed shot. No.
Jenna
Smith. Good.
Jenna Smith, excellent. Right.
Just some great. Don't foul.
6
just
points.
some great.
Jenna
Jenna using her length right there, but great weak side rebounding from Lane Tech tonight on the offensive side.
Mimi lost the handle on it.
We go too fast.
Yeah, when you're up 9 points.
Quick is fast, fast is slow. I think James Bond told me that. .33 seconds left. Wallenberg back in the game. McDermott on her. Cross it over to Abby Lee. Into McDermott. There's the double team. There you go. That's just, if you can double team Bolt, she struggles a little bit. Jenna Smith, nice catch.
Take it easy.
Jenna Smith gets into the lane. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, missed. Foul on Bolt. Their fourth team foul, right?
Yes, and her second.
We'll get a sub. Aloe. Karamut Aloe. I apologize. Aloe. I think Aloe is close.
Number 55.
Traveling on Yulee. 7.8 seconds left.
Five seconds. I think Lee's going to take it.
Lee tries to get to the rim. Over to Wallenberg. Good.
They just left Wallenberg wide open on the weak side.
So an 11-point halftime lead is a 7-point third quarter lead. 3 3-pointers for Niles North.
Lane lost that quarter 12-8.
Yeah, 3 3-pointers.
Yeah.
So they got, that basket in the free throw and the 3 3-pointers. Anyway, so maybe the most interesting game of tomorrow, other than ours, is Phillips is a 6 seed, plays Westinghouse. So I think we saw a little bit of Phillips the other day. Phillips has
we saw them at
the 6'2" player against Westinghouse's quickness. Will be an interesting matchup. I think Jackson for Westinghouse, who's our nemesis, I saw something, she had 20, 21 points last night.
Oh, boy.
So, and then the final game we talked about a little bit, Taft versus Orr. So after tomorrow night, there's only going to be 8 left.
It's exciting.
So on the floor for Lane.
Exciting times.
On the floor for Lane, Blanco, Yulee, Kane, McDermott, Waller, Retriege, Wallenberg, Aloe, Lee, and and Stevens on the floor for Niles North. Blanco gets inside.
Oh. Another turnover. $7:50 left in the game.
We got a 7-point lead. Slow it down. Wallenberg in the corner. Lee at the top. No Bolt. Bolt really has only played about half this game, Chuck.
Well, she's gotten the foul trouble early. Wallenberg.
Blocked by Waller. Picked up by McDermott.
Ooh.
Just we're in a rush. Just let everybody clear or come back and get the ball. If you're a guard, or just come back and get the ball.
Or turn and dribble.
Well,
a little bit.
But you got three, not that McDermott and Waller can't handle the ball, but you got three guards on the floor, Kane, Yulee, and Blanco. Go get the ball. Into Waller at the free throw line.
Nice pass.
Oh, that would have been beautiful. Waller battles. Great pass by Waller to the backdoor cut of Yulee, almost with a beautiful shot. Two-pointer, no good. Blanca with the rebound. Down to Kane. Kane, good.
That's a second three-pointer of the game for Logan Kane. Puts Lane up 10.
That's what you need. You just can't let Niles North think they're in this basketball game.
Keep the pressure up.
Alole.
Look at lower her.
Aloe.
Wallenberg.
Retrieves for three.
Nope. Someone get it.
I mean, you're allowed to box out and then go get the ball. We just everybody freezes and watches it.
Yeah, that happened in
happens too much.
Yeah, it happens in several recent games.
2-point shot. 2 points. Boy. 2 points from Lee.
Abby Lee, she's got 5.
I mean, go get the ball from her. Thank you. Right now, slow down. 5:55 when we got this possession. Take some time off. Or
Yulee
not.
Floater won't go.
We don't need to force it. Down to Wallenberg in the corner. Stevens.
I mean, even Niles North.
Stevens with 8.
They're not forcing it. They're working for a good shot.
Blanco tries for the steal. Stevens down in the corner to Lee. Lee, no good. McDermott with the rebound. There you go. Just don't run away from her.
Oh, my gosh.
I know she likes to dribble, but.
Yulee for 3.
Blanco with the rebound and 2. Melanie in the right spot at the right time.
6 points today for Blanco.
Wallenberg, nope. Alole blocked by Waller. Timeout, Niles North.
That was a smart timeout.
4:58 left in the ball game.
You know what's
Lane
nice
up by 10.
You know what's nice about the Niles North logo, Tony, is doesn't matter what side of the gym you're sitting
on.
It's
all the same.
it's nothing's upside down.
Yeah, so after tomorrow, Chuck, 8 teams. Next game's quarterfinal games on Monday.
Yes.
So Lane wins tomorrow.
That would
more than likely they will go to Hyde Park.
That would be the last home game of the year.
Where are we playing Loyola? At Loyola? No, yes. We play Saturday.
I'm sorry, Saturday.
Proviso East.
But that Saturday will be the last home game of the season.
Well, yeah, because we're not hosting the state tournament. So,
yeah.
And then when we beat Kenwood, or when we beat Hyde Park, we play Kenwood at UIC.
Yes, I know the team was very excited about that possibility.
So the semifinals for the girls public league tournament are at UIC at Credit One Arena, as well as the championship Saturday, which is both sophomore games, boys and girls, and the boys and girls varsity finals. There might even be one other game in there. Bolt back in the game. Nice pass to Wallenberg. McDermott picks it up. Waller gets it. Waller gets it to Kane. Slow down. Slow down. There you go.
Was that
But why? But why? There's absolutely zero reason to try and drive that ball right there.
Yeah.
Kick it back up. Set up your offense.
Burn a half minute.
Right. It was 5-on-5. You didn't have an advantage.
Good point.
Walk. She
nice
walked.
Pass. Blocked.
Waller. Who did Yulee get that or Waller?
I think
we'll give it to Waller. We'll give it to Yulee. Waller has too many.
All
right, Blanco.
Take your time, ladies. No one should
Kane.
shoot before 4 minutes has passed.
What?
Or unless you want to.
Well, if you have a layup, I'll give you.
Yeah. Okay. There's an asterisk on that, unless it's an easy layup.
Right. So 4 minutes. Lane Tech lead to 12. Biggest of the game. Retrieves for 3. No good. Wallenberg with the rebound. She's going to get fouled.
Yeah, that was.
So that's only 6, so they'll shoot on the next one.
That was on Yulee, her second.
Into the game comes Quadri again. Out comes Stevens. So your offensive threat out there is Bolt or some three-point shooters. Quadri gets it. Wallenberg. Jackson, the freshman, in the game.
Oh, she's a freshman. Wow.
Yeah. Quadri to Retriege. Jackson, the three-pointer, no. Blanco pulls it down. Ooh, Yulee takes a tumble at midcourt.
She tripped on number 2's foot. Blanco. Wow.
Great job.
Melanie's got 8 points.
Tipped by Blanco. Got
Nice.
it to Kane. And no. Just rolled off the front of the iron.
That was on number 10, Quadri. Her second.
But the defensive pressure's picked up a little bit. And without Stevens in the game, you don't have Stevens, who's been a key ball handler.
Mm-hmm. Abby Lee in for
Kane with 8. Blanco with 8. Zora McDermott with 8. That breaks the tie.
Kane Herja.
Cross over to Wallenberg. Wallenberg for 2. That's good. Nice little 15-footer.
She's got 5. Slow it up. This
Now,
would be a good time to slow it up.
Right. 3 minutes left in the game. We're up by 13. Let's relax a little bit. 5-second closely guarded. Abby Lee with the ball into the front court. Over to Retriege. Under 3 minutes now. Bolt. They're going to get Yulee on a hold. Just didn't get that clean like she has a couple times. So that's going to be 1-1. Lane Tech or Niles North heads to the line.
23. They mean 23. They mean, Marissa.
Yeah.
She had it backwards.
Bolt misses the first end of the 1-1, the front end of the 1-1.
Okay, slow it down. Pull it back. Pull it back. Blanco launches a 3. Waller rebound.
I there you go. Now dribble. Dribble. There you go. Dribble. Coach takes a timeout. Lane Tech takes a full timeout. Yeah, so only 2 home games left this season, but we have the possibility of, at least 2 more games in the public league tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Proviso East, Loyola,
and then
the state tournament.
I was looking up the state tournament. I think I was reading it wrong. It made it look like games start on a weekend. Would that be possible?
I doubt it. They usually start on a Monday.
Okay.
I think they usually play. So depending, I think they usually try and go. You know what? Maybe they might have a play-in game, like a quarterfinal game.
You know what it was?
If there's an odd number of teams.
It was brackets released on Saturday the 18th. Games start on the 21st.
Okay.
Because I don't think they would start.
That's a late bracket release.
Well, but I might be reading it wrong.
No, but usually. So what I think, if they try and get. They try and get an even number of teams, but if there's an odd number, they'll play a quarterfinal game.
Gotcha. To even it out.
And then the regional finals going to the back. There you go. That was a little more spread out than we've seen it in the past. Let them foul you. There you go. There you go. Relax. Dribble. Dribble. There. Dribble, Zora. Zora, dribble. There you go. Resets the count. For those of you who don't know, you have 5 seconds to hold the ball. Well, 4.5. 4.5 to dribble, and then 4.5 to hold it again. Nice pass. Kick it. But that was better. They took almost 40 seconds off the clock that time. Retriege. Stevens back in the game. Long 3. No good. Go get it. There you go. Good job, Logan. There you go. Blanco, Kane, Waller. There you go. Nice cut. Just spin it out again. There you go. Now they got it.
Oh, jeez. That was
123.
on Wallenberg, her first. The team's
fifth.
Sixth.
Sixth. So one more lane. In comes Ella Seitz. In comes Mimi Rector. Out goes Blanco and Kane. So Rector is going to go to the line.
Ava Lee. Her second.
So Mimi shooting 1 and 1. Almost going to be close to an identical score to the first game.
Let me check my records, Tony.
What'd you have there, Chuck?
We won 51-39.
There you go.
Back on December 29th. So very similar. Eerie.
Unfortunately, nobody gets a burrito tonight. Or a free burrito, anyway.
Mimi with 4 points now.
Yeah, so Bolt only with maybe 1 point in the second half, Chuck? Does that sound like a thing?
Correct. You have a good memory.
Retriege gets in. Don't
nice
foul.
Move.
Seitz pulls down the rebound. Go help her. There you go. 70 seconds left in the game. Get it to there you go. Waller at the foul line. Ella. There we go.
That was a foul.
Zora. Seitz, no. 48 and a half seconds. So Lane Tech comes up to Niles North and is going to go home with their 5th straight win.
Bolt, nice
Bolt,
move.
there you go. With their 5th straight win, going back home tomorrow to play Simeon in the round of 16 in the Chicago Public League playoffs. You get Bolt on that foul.
And this will be.
We'll see how many fouls that is. Third. What do you got?
That's right.
So Mimi Rector shooting one end, the bonus.
This is so Lane will move to
13 and 15.
Yes.
Stevens, no. Retrieves with the rebound.
Nowhere.
Gets it out to Quadri, 12 seconds. Retrieve, don't foul.
Into Bolt. Fouled by Waller. Ticky-tacky.
5 seconds left.
Yeah, because they beat I'm trying to find my notes. When they beat Morgan Park, they went to 11 and 15. So when they beat Curry, they went to 12 and 15.
Bolt gets the free throw. She's a nice free throw shooter. She's got great form.
She does. So this will be now 13 and 15.
Final score here at Niles North. Lane Tech wins 49-39.
Well,
starters might have played a little more than Coach Malloy wanted, but
they this is a good game to kind of get out the rust and play a better quality opponent than last night going into the second round.
So both levels, both sophomores and varsity play Simeon tomorrow. Chuck, you believe that varsity's going first at 5 o'clock?
I was told by some other parents that they said
I mean, it makes sense. It's what they've tried to do to try and get some fans to the game.
They said that Coach Megan was going to have varsity at
first.
5.
Okay, good.
But
because the students, the students will stay for the 5 o'clock game. They won't really stay for the 6:30 game. So
it's just too long.
You want to run through any of those scores? See what we got. Pretty well balanced kind of day.
I would love to. Jenna Smith had 6. Zora McDermott had 8. Mimi Rector had 5. Cynthia Waller had 6. Marissa Yulee had 3. Logan Kane had 9. Melanie Blanco had 8. Samantha Garcia had 2, and Delilah Downs had 2. So you, Kane with 9, Blanco and McDermott each with 8, Waller and Smith each with 6.
Yeah, really,
but very balanced.
Really well balanced. So, well, because you could even, now that you're bragging, you could walk home if you wanted. You live so close to the far northwest corner of Chicago. For those of you who are not here,
No,
not that I live that much further away, but
I think it would be
two more exits.
Yes.
So, all right, everybody. There will be an email, but we'll be back tomorrow night, back at Lane Tech. If you're in the area, come support the ladies. Both levels play Simeon. We're going to go with varsity at 5, JV at 6:30. We'll let you know if that changes. This is for a spot in the quarterfinals of the 2023 Chicago Public League playoffs. A potential trip to Hyde Park on the line tomorrow night when Lane Tech is back on the court. Any final thoughts there, Mr. Yulee?
I'm just looking forward to tomorrow. It should be very exciting.
You know what you're getting. We kind of have an idea of how they play, how our press worked, and that was when our shooting started to pick up.
Yep.
We finally found the range for some of our 3-point shooters. So if you're here, if you're in the Chicagoland area, come on out. We'd love to see you. If you're not, we appreciate everybody across the country listening to us, and we will see you and talk to you tomorrow night. Lane Tech moves to 13-15 with their victory tonight over Niles North. They will be back on the court tomorrow at Lane against Simeon. Varsity at 5 o'clock, JV at 6:30. For everybody at Lane Tech basketball, head coach Miss Megan Malloy, principal Miss Edwina Thompson, athletic director Mr. Brent Badish. For Chuck Yulee, this is Tony McHale saying good night from a suburb not too far from the greatest city in the world. So long, everybody.
Fast is quick and quick is slow.
Quick is fast and fast is slow. You want to be quick. You don't want to be fast.
Just in general, or in sports.
Or in the spy business.
Spy business?
I think